Hey guys, LuckyHD here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be going over some fan-made designs of new Loomians that could be getting a Soulburst. If you guys don't know, Soulburst is the new Mega Evolution that is coming to Loomian Legacy. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to go another like and subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. Alrighty, so if you don't know, yesterday was Loomian Legacy's 2nd anniversary, and for this anniversary, they actually tweeted out something that I believe, honestly, is just going to change Loomian Legacy forever, okay? It is a Mega Evolution, or at least a form of Mega Evolution. I'll kind of play the video up on screen as I'm talking, but this entire thing was just so cool to see, okay? We already know that, of course, Stratasaur is going to be confirmed getting a Mega Evolution. I mean, that's really cool. I think we'll probably show a couple of that in this video, so of course stay tuned for that. But yeah, so this is really exciting news, and it's left a lot of people wondering, what are other Loomian Soulbursts going to look like? How many Loomians are going to get Soulbursts? We don't really know though. So, to start out, guys, let's go over one Soulburst that I think is most likely going to be coming to the game. Or not one, but rather a series of Soulbursts, and that is going to be the starters. And it wouldn't be a LuckyHD video going over designs if I didn't include one of my own. So, up on screen right now, I'm going to show you guys one of my designs, which is going to be Soulburst Zulong. Now, I think, Zulong is probably one of the most loved starters, okay? Probably behind maybe something like Knights, or actually, no, I think it might be the most loved. But, Zulong all around is just a really awesome Loomian. Okay, it has a lot of cool features. I mean, it's a dragon. Okay, it is literally a dragon, and to get a Soulburst looking like this would honestly be really cool. And yeah, this design was actually made a couple months ago, so if there would be anything that I'd realistically change on this, it would probably be the whisker length. I don't think the whiskers are long enough. I think that they should be a little bit longer, but of course, going down the back, you can see things like the spikes, you can see things, of course, like the little blending part where Zulong goes from brown to yellow, and just all around, I think it is a pretty cool design, especially getting to some parts like the eyes, where of course the eyes glow white. And yeah, let's get on to our next design. So this next design comes in from Cubites, and yeah, just look up on screen right now. There are a lot of things to unpack in this image, okay? Every single starter here has a Mega Evolution or a Soulburst in this image, and let's just go over them one by one. So, starting out, of course, we have Himber. It gets this more kind of like old man, big Yeti look. It has more armor on it. It has more ice spikes on it. It's just bigger, better, and just, more of like a old man Yeti, right? It kind of reminds me of like Old Man Hulk, if any of you guys have seen that. I don't know why, it's just the vibes I get from it. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely very like simple in nature, but I think that's what makes it good, I don't think with these Soulbursts that they need to be like changing all the colors to them. I don't think they need to be changing so many aspects of them where it doesn't look like a Mega Evolution. Rather, they just need to make it look good and also simple as well. So the next one is Valkyrie, and Valkyrie actually gets its helmet kind of like put down on it. It actually looks like a helmet. Of course, it has more armor on it. It has, of course, I think a longer sword tail, it looks like. I could be wrong. Nothing too much on Valkyrie, but then going into Luminami, of course, it gets some more kind of like glowy bits on it. It has, glowing eyes. I guess, kind of like a gradient pattern on it. I don't want to spend too much time on this because we do have to get to a lot of these in this video, so I'm kind of just going over them. But yeah, then going above that, we have Zulong. Definitely some major Shenron vibes here. I mean, it just looks really cool in general. Like, look at this. It's a flying Zulong. Zulong used to be on the ground, but now it's in the air, and it also has more hair. Didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it also just, in general, more electric, more everything. It just looks awesome, okay? The next Soulburst is going to be Knights, which Knight actually looks like a knight. It is fixing, or not fixing, because I feel like that's kind of a weird word to say, but it's more, kind of accentuating the Loomian's features and making them look more like their name, I guess, right? Knight, you have Knight in the main game. It's not really like a knight, it's just a big flaming rabbit with a little bit of weirdly ingrown armor, but then this, it just gets an actual knight look, okay? Its ears, it gets a helmet, everything's metal, it's got like little metal shields on its arms, with like some orange around, it's just got spikes and everything. It's just all around looks awesome, okay? And there's also some like fire, I'm pretty sure, coming off of it, or like something orange coming out the back. I think that's fire. But yeah, the next one is going to be Tatab. I don't really understand Tatabs too much. I think it's a good design, don't get me wrong. I really like the stick, how the stick actually gets, more, I guess, stuff on it. There's vines going off of it, looks more ancient. It gets some more, like, little bits of armor on it, but I don't know if it needs armor, I guess, Tatab in general is based off of, like, a martial arts fighter that has to do with, like, its staff. or something like that. And the whole point of it is to be agile and stuff like that, and, you know, to go around hitting people with the staff and all that stuff. I think armor would kind of slow it down, but all around, I still think it's a really cool design. And then finally, we have no, it's not Vamback. Vesperado with a giant, large wings, some bigger fangs, giant ears. Looked more like Dracula, okay? Just looks more like a Dracula thing, just, you know, what it's actually based off of. And yeah, that was the entire image by Cubites. Of course, we have more to get into this, but, you know, this entire thing kind of just took up a lot of the video. Definitely go follow them and all these artists, and let's get straight into the next one. Alright, so for our next little segment, it is going to be all about Stratasaur, and, I mean, I think you saw this coming. Stratasaur is, of course, confirmed to be getting a Soulburst or Mega Evolution, so why not at least hypothesize what it's actually going to look like? And this design right here by Turpaw completely just blows it out of the water, okay? Look at how awesome this looks. Of course, it has these, like, neon spikes growing out of it. It has this neon, you know, wing kind of thing. Some more gears, some more, you know, kind of like, well, I don't, like, steam coming out of it. I've never understood what that thing is on Stratasaur. I'm pretty sure it's steam, okay? Then it has some horns on it. It's just all around. I think you can actually see in the back, there's, like, a giant steam stack, which goes into more, you know, steam coming out of it. It just looks amazing. And honestly, unless if Stratasaur turns into a plane, I think this is the most likely candidate for what it's going to look like. And Turpaw is actually known for making, you know, more Mega Evolutions. Same with Cubites, the last person we just went over. I'll put some more work of Turpaw's up on screen. You can see a Mega Garbantus and a Mega Searknight as well. Both, I think, are absolutely amazing. Of course, the Garbantus, it has some more metal parts on it. It just looks more like a roach that is, you know, I don't know, been digging in the trash. And then you, of course, have the Searknight. It gets a giant sword, okay? Who doesn't want a giant sword on their Searknight? Finishing off the Stratasaur section, which, you know, there wasn't really too much submitted, but this one right here is another example of a great design for a Soulburst or Mega Stratasaur. Of course, it gets, you know, just a bunch of steam, you know. Stratasaur, you think of Stratasaur, it's steam, it's that steam dragon, right? It's also got some more wings, you know, it's got some spikes coming out of said wings, you know, again, like I said before, steam growing all around it. It's got some, like, gem on the top of it, which I think is pretty cool, and yeah, a great design right here. And I think, you know, I feel like, you know, all of these designs are really cool, but I still, for some reason, think Stratasaur is going to turn into, like, a plane, or, like, something that kind of, like, hovers off the ground. I don't know why. Alright, now let's go over some that I think definitely are possible, but how likely they are coming to the game, I really don't know. And that is going to be the Roamings, okay? The Roamings definitely could get Soulbursts, but do I see it being possible? I really don't know, okay? The one that I think is the most possible, though, is going to be Ikazune. Now, Ikazune is one that, you know, it kind of was hinted at a while ago. If you actually go to Hiwa, there's that one piece of the Broken Sai, where it says, you know, if Ikazune were to claim it, it would turn into, like, its true form or something like that. And I could definitely see this coming into play with the form of something like this right here. This Soulburst Ikazune design definitely takes roots of Ikazune's original inspiration, which is, of course, a Kitsune. And, you know, I think, you know, it looks a lot more like Ninetales, which I think is pretty cool. Of course, it has, you know, I think, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tails, you know, just like a Kitsune. And yeah, it's got some armor on the front of it. If you don't know, Ikazune was actually used in a great Loomian war, it is stated. So I think, you know, having something like this and tying back to its original roots definitely makes this Mega Evolution or Soulburst pretty special, okay? The next roommate to get a Soulburst, I think, is going to be Duskit, okay? Duskit was actually voted as the most popular Loomian, or the most fan-favorite Loomian, voted by the community. I'll put a couple of designs up on screen, you know, we'll go through a couple of them. Starting out with this one right here, the Duskit is kind of, like, separated, which I think is definitely a very, very interesting design take. We have some stuff on its hands. I don't know exactly what that is. It's got some more swirlies, though, on its knees and everything, and, you know, its mask actually gets more spikes and stuff on it. I really do like this design, though. It's kind of simplistic, but it definitely takes, you know, more of a, I guess, spiritual approach. That's like the entire vibe I get off of it. I don't know why. Then going into this design right here, this one is also pretty cool. This is a more kind of paper sketch. You can see a eye in the middle of this one. I really like this one. I feel like Duskit is definitely gonna, you know, kind of tap into more of that mind-esque kind of thing. Then this design right here, actually, it gets 2 tails instead of course, having 1. Some more stuff on its eyes. You can see at the top right here, it has some little kind of, like, spirit thingies, some little, like, element signs. pretty cool. And yeah, Dusket, again, I feel is the one that is actually going to be the most likely to get a Soulburst design. And the final roaming that I actually want to go over, you know, it's just kind of this one, because there was a lot of these, okay? It is going to be this Metronet, okay? This Metronet right here, I think this thing is amazing, okay? Let's look at it. So, we have Metronet. It gets this giant mouth. Of course, Metronet is known for its, you know, huge mouth, right? But it also gets this eye in the middle of it. And then you see these kind of like phantom arms come from it. It almost looks like, you know, an actual, it's like being puppeted. The puppet is being puppeteered, right? Its main arms and stuff and its legs are actually just being drooped down, while everything else, it looks like its body's been like taken over. Its, I guess, cloth arms are coming out the back. It's got some shadow arms holding a pumpkin basket and a little piece of candy. This thing just looks menacing, okay? And I would love to see this as a Soulburst for Metronet. And now this is, you know, kind of straying away from the entire roaming thing. I just want to, you know, kind of go over a couple more designs that I didn't really include earlier, and I want to include them now because I think that they are still really, really awesome designs, but I kind of split this video into little sections. So now it's just going to be the random section. Anything goes. We're just going to go over the remainder of the designs. Starting out right here with this Soulburst Tyrex created by Mudo. Mudo coming in with these amazing designs. Once again, look at this right here. So this Tyrex gets a giant wrecking ball on its tail. I mean, after all, this is the, you know, kind of like construction dinosaur thing. So it only makes sense if this thing got a huge wrecking ball on its tail. And of course, you know, just all in general, this thing looks super menacing. And I feel like all of these pseudo legendaries, or, you know, the pseudo roamings, or whatever you want to call them, basically the route rares and all that stuff, I feel like every single one of them is going to get a Soulburst at one point. I don't know exactly when they're going to start doing, you know, each of them. Maybe they'll roll them out with certain updates, but if there is going to be any, I definitely think that Tyrex should get one. This design right here I actually missed for some reason. I was going to include this in the original Stratasaur part, but I just now saw this. This is another one of a Stratasaur, which I think is really, really awesome because if you look at it, it kind of is just like, it looks like it's like melting away. Okay, it looks like it's just turning into steam and everything's just going whoosh, whoosh away. And also, if you look at it, it's a plane, okay? It has, like, jet turbines or something on it, and it's also, you know, just sitting there, chilling on a cloud, you know, just Stratasaur having the time of its life. I think this one is also a very, very likely candidate, though. If I saw this one in the game, I definitely would not be surprised, okay? I just really like this one. I think out of all of them, while, yes, all of them are cool, I, for some reason, think that this is the most likely one that is going to be seen in the game. The final design is actually going to be something I've never really seen before, okay, when it comes to, like, designing Loomians and stuff, and that is going to be in the form of a Lego. Yeah, so Red Hero is actually known for, you know, making these Loomian models and stuff, you know, making Loomians out of Legos, and this right here, this is his idea of a Soulburst Deluxe, and I mean, when you actually look at it, you can kind of see, you know, the entire thing, and you can kind of picture what he, or, you know, what a Soulburst Deluxe would actually look like, based off of this thing right here. Definitely really, really awesome, and I actually love the entire, you know, like, I just like how it was made out of Legos, okay? I think that's always really awesome, and yeah, thank you, of course, everybody for submitting your designs. I'll kind of, you know, go through all of the ones that I unfortunately could not put in this video. All of your designs were amazing, everybody, and I'm sorry, again, that I couldn't get to every one of them. It's just that, you know, this video is already really, really long enough, and I don't really like making long videos, so enjoy all these designs, and yeah, guys, definitely let me know your thoughts about, you know, any of these designs down in the comments below. Which one of them was your favorite? You know, which one of them do you think is the most likely to come in the game? And also, if you have any ideas for, you know, a Soulburst Loomian, either, you know, draw one at me on Twitter with it, or, you know, go down to the comments below, let me know your entire thoughts of what your, you know, hypothetical Soulburst Loomian would look like, you know, how it would be, you know, the typings for it, and yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you go down there, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.